Since that incident on the time sequence, things have improved considerably in my ability to use the concepts that you brought forth that I had the basis of already but didn't quite have the angle on. And it has brought the realization that this planet is a theme park. And that you come in saying, well, I'd like to experience a physical body for different reasons. And that the body has two other dynamics. Beingnesses. One is through the reptile that controls the body. Primary directive is survival of the body. The other is the emotion. Primary directive is to feel good, to provide energy. Consequently, the word emotion, energy in motion. Since that timing adjustment, that I've had better communication, more direct, and can feel them with the inner being. If I'm the outer being, if I'm the outer being, I already know everything you're talking about. So where is the conflict? The conflict comes with the previous lives of these other two, what they experienced in imprinting and hardwiring of this one.
Let's use the word, let's focus for just a moment on the word knowing. Because the word knowing is present tense. Mm-hmm. In other words, this vibrational atmosphere that we're encouraging you to focus on and to work on and to accomplish is a current thing, a current thing.
I had that.
So when you use the word knowing, we want to use the word current active vibration. Mm-hmm. So when you know something, that means the vibration is current and active, which means you're in sync with that broader perspective. And
right
so
now.
there can be no conflict in knowing. Mm-hmm. Because knowing is conflict free. Knowing is resistance free. Yeah.
There's no conflict in this perception. However, the re-education of those two by me, the outer being, parenting them to come up to present time, make different choices on the significance applied to things, has produced great fruit. I can say that in these last 2 years.
You're using other words than the words that we usually use, but you're saying the same thing.
Well,
so we're going to translate what you just said. Mm-hmm. So you're recognizing that there's this inner being, we're calling this source, and there's this extension of inner being, which you are calling outer being. Mm-hmm. And we are calling this extension that you are calling outer being the leading edge explorer and decider and chooser. So you're choosing from among everything that has existed things that have not yet existed, because that's the whole point of the eternal nature of our being. So as life causes you to synthesize all of this that you're exploring and come to conclusions of desire that you can't yet believe because you don't have the physical experience to believe it because it's not ever been before. And humans are usually falling back on their exposure to what has been in order to believe. But you have an inner being who, as you said, knows already because is experienced already, and so stands holding that knowledge, waiting for you to come into vibrational alignment with it.
Well, I don't have to wait sometimes. If I could give you a couple of anecdotes to show how marvelous this change has been. I have a very dangerous motorcycle. Weighs 465 pounds, 100 horsepower, 160 miles an hour before you can blink your eyes 3 times. And I usually ride it with some trepidation. However, I went through 2 days, twice, where I was riding it, no trepidation, complete facility with the bike on different services. Didn't care about it, but I was in clarity about it.
Yeah.
It just was amazing. And then through everything else, when I wasn't riding the bike during those 2 days, I was in some kind of heaven. And my body has changed around, and I've attracted a relationship where when we kiss, Nessun Dorma starts playing, and we hardly move until Nessun Dorma stops playing. And then that is so wonderful, and it can repeat as often as we like, as well as the other aspects of such an intimate relationship.
Well, we're going to stop you here, and we are really appreciating everything that you're saying and understanding it completely, and they are too. And we want to say that while your demonstration of alignment is a little hard to wrap thoughts around, that you're living what we've been teaching.
Oh, literally. I mean, I could go on for hours.
But
about
we don't want you to.
the number of things, that have happened because I would back off, relax, just everything's fine.
It's a wonderful thing when you begin living your world through the eyes of Source, and it's a really wonderful thing when there's this blending of who you really are, all focused and pointed here in the now. It's a really wonderful dance when life can pose the question within you to which you don't have the answer, and then life can reveal the answer to the question that has been posed, and there's a wonderful all coming together in all of that, isn't there?
Definitely.
We can feel that you're feeling the eternalness of your being, and we can feel that you are enjoying the focused now more than you ever have before, and we say there is so much more wonderful for coming forth.
I have one more thing, please.
Yeah, brief, really brief.
That in some of these lighter conditions, that I feel a kinship with something, not physical, but longed for, a pining.
A little bit more?
That is not of this earth, but of a culture not of this earth that I feel aligned with.
But you see, because there's no contradiction here. You see, what is happening is the more vibrationally aligned you are with who you really are, the less willing you are not to be aligned with it. And so when you reach into that sort of intensity, in some ways, we are appreciating this experience for those who are listening in some ways, because your translation of what we've been talking about into your life experience helps us to explain it in even better ways. And good things will come from this conversation in subsequent dialogue. The awkwardness about it is a little off-putting. In other words, some of the people in the audience are thinking, Abraham, if this is what you're leading to me to, then I would like to bail out early. And we want you all to know that you get to choose. You get to choose. You get to choose. This person has been thinking about and wanting to understand vibrational frequencies for way longer than we've been talking about them, and having other dimensional experiences for way longer than we've been talking about them, and then wanting to put them in the context of what we're teaching so that he can understand his experience. For some time, not feeling even of this world because the vibrational frequencies were so active within him that he couldn't find any way of explaining. So he's just now finding dialogue that makes him understand how this all fits together for him, which is just really a wonderful and exciting thing. So be easy about all of this. Be playful about it. It is an amusement park. It is. It's an amusement park. It's here to amuse you, to surprise and to delight you, and to keep you actively engaged. We've enjoyed this interaction.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Wait. Whack. Come on.